You might be right, but maybe that's what this world needs. Clean it out and throw away the trash. Oh, okay. So that we need the psychopath to do that. Okay. Maybe. I mean, I will say this. God does work in mysterious ways. He definitely does. So I could see him using the very people that were causing the problem, making them fix it. So let me say this, because some of the comments that I'm getting on this, okay, is, well, somebody said, well, I lack empathy and I'm not a psychopath, maybe a sociopath. Look, it's very simple here. A true blue psychopath has no empathy, none, zero. There's no ability for it. They're born that way. This part of the reason that I had started talking to this woman on Quora, which she went by the name, she was a contributor, and she was a true blue psychopath. She was a genius. She went by the name of Athena, which I think is so interesting because that's a Greek god. And I've been saying this all ties to the Greek gods and how you're not supposed to worship the heavenly hosts like Mars and Venus. And so it's just interesting that way because this was years ago. But she's, I would call her a controlled psychopath. She understands the world she lives in. She's built a small group of friends, but they have to respect her, who know who she is, but both have to respect the boundaries, okay? Because she does not have the ability for empathy, and she doesn't have the patience even for it, actually. So that's the thing. So I could see this world, since we love to highlight and worship the psychopaths and worship the mafia people, worship everything that's just degenerate, really. And I'm not saying, like, this woman, I don't want to put her in that category because she was truly a genius, and yet she said, there's psychopaths that just don't have any control. She had control, so I like I said, she would be somebody I actually would give respect to. Elon Musk, however, he's out of control. The way he talked to Laura Loomer, and he's just out of it. He's a crazy psychopath. So there's the, I would say, balanced psychopaths, okay, that have no empathy, that manage the world around them and don't go around hurting people. But there's a line there. So this is what I'm going to say to people, for those that want to feel bad or have empathy for the psychopath. Something that this woman had told me is, don't have empathy for us because we'll use it against you. Yeah, they'll use it against you because they don't have it. So, and that was part of the reason I started talking to her. I'm a psych nurse, and I can understand all the personality disorder. Like, I can put myself in the shoes of, like, say, borderline personality disorder or histrionic personality disorder, all of them. The only one I can't, because it's important to be able to do that, because then when you come across patient, you can you can have more empathy. When you can understand what's going, see what's going on with them. But the one I can't put myself, like, I can't envision it from their eyes, is the psychopath, because I have empathy. So I can't, there's no way. And that's how it is for all of us. That's why the psychopath is very much, a mystery. It's not really a mystery, but it is in some ways too, to people that have empathy, because you can't possibly put yourself in their shoes. You can't. Just like they can't, a true blue psychopath can't put themselves in the shoes of somebody that has empathy. They can navigate it. They can try to navigate it, just like, somebody with empathy would navigate around a psychopath. But my point is that, but this world often, the people that everybody wants to have empathy for is the mafia people, is the people that are the criminals, that's what this world teaches you to do. The liberal wants to give everybody, nobody should go to jail, even if they kill somebody, and no, they just need help, go to a psych unit. This is what this world does. So I personally think that Trump, and I totally could be wrong, okay? Because based on what, like, Glenn Beck and Patrick Bet-David, and I think this exposes all of those alternative media, though, I really do. Because first of all, the minute Trump put Elon Musk in that position that Elon wanted, What I saw from all of that alternative media like Rogan, Patrick Bet David, Glenn Beck, it was on and on, all of them, Tucker, was that this worshiping of Elon, and again, Patrick Bet David went as far as to say maybe we need to change the Constitution so Elon can run for president. So how is it that they can't, like, they just put aside that Elon's putting wires in people's brains and wants to remove people's skulls? I mean, he's continued, the man has continued to go on and talk about doing these things. Okay, and I'm not saying that to scare anybody. Nobody's gonna have their skull removed. But in order for your mindset to be there, that thinking that everybody needs to merge with their machines, you pretty much have to be a psychopath. We can call them transhumanists, but they're psychopaths. And yet nobody that praises, because they praise and follow the beast. That's what it is. That's why Jesus, when they arrested Jesus, Jesus said, no, if this was my kingdom, my people would be standing up for me. They're going to stand up for the beast. That's what they're going to do. Look at how critical people are. Even all these alternative media people have been critical at times of Trump, okay? Or didn't support him in the beginning. But with Elon, it's like this, oh, he can do no wrong. Let's make excuses for him. I mean, it so proves the Bible. It just proves it, like, up and down. Like, it's why Jesus, that's not my kingdom. This is a different kingdom. It's not mine. You guys, worship and follow and praise nonstop 24/7 the man that literally wants to remove the skulls from people and wants to everybody to be merged with their computer. And so but look, maybe this is how God's going to do it. Yeah, maybe God is using him this way. But he's really, really all of the tech bros, they should be made to live under the very system they wanted the rest of us to. Here's what's interesting, and it was immediately, right before I responded to you, was immediately taken down. And it was a slideshow. It was showing all these news articles from Canada going back to like the 40s. And it was involving Elon Musk's grandfather, because Elon Musk's grandfather was a technocrat. He believed in the social credit score. Yeah, why doesn't any of your alternative media tell you that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because they while they claim that they're Christian, they really follow the beast. You see what I'm saying? They really do. Because those are news agencies that should have been able to look into all this. Because that's the same path that Elon is on with all of this technology. So, but his grandfather was a technocrat. He supported the racial separation in Africa, the apartheid. He lived there for a while, even talked about, and what's interesting is the structure of technocracy. It's called the Great Y. And the song I had put it to was YMCA, because, oftentimes Trump's, when he's around Elon, that song is playing YMCA. Because, the structure of technocracy is called the Great Y. But more than that, YMCA, did you know they used to have circus acts? And India, who I guess has put a lid on it now, but the kids were being kidnapped to be put in circus shows, the traveling circus shows. It's called the Great YMCA. So, of course, they would take that down. But they can keep taking things down. The truth will eventually come out. But I just think that we should maybe consider not putting on a pedestal the mafia people and the psychopaths, because that's literally what this world has trained everybody to do. So I'm sure there's some reason for all this, but it's not going to change my opinion about Elon, because his fruits show. God said, look at the fruits. So a lot of people will take this, that this is, makes Trump bad. No, I think that everything playing out is playing out to expose every single person, all of us.